Representative, talk me through this bill. What alarms you most here?
Well, it's actually three bills. So HB 4 allows for the deportation. Well, actually, let me back up. It empowers local law enforcement all the way from South Texas all the way to the Panhandle, from El Paso to Houston, to determine if somebody is in this country undocumented. And upon that determination, it allows for those same state law enforcement officers or local law enforcement officers to act as deportation officers. And so they can drive that individual, should they make a determination if that person is here undocumented, and drive them to the border. Look, I'm 300 miles from the border. I'm born and raised in Houston, but I know the border community very well. I have a grandmother, I have a dad and uncles and aunts and cousins that live along the border. The problem with the bill is that the Constitution should matter. And one of the issues that we have is we love our law enforcement. We understand there's issues along the border. I'm a problem solver. I've worked on a bipartisan way to solve problems in Texas. The issue we have with this particular bill is that it acts as federal law enforcement agency. And so for those of my friends in local law enforcement, my cousins and my uncles that work for Houston Police Department or that work for the Harris County Sheriff's Department, if they wanted to be in the deportation business, they would have become ICE agents. But that's the crux of the bill. The other bill, HB 6, spends another $1.5 billion on a border wall down in South Texas. SB 4 also enhances penalties for human smuggling. Look, we're against human smuggling. It's a humanitarian crisis that we have on our hands. We need Congress to act, but the state of Texas, instead of working and sitting down with the Biden administration to find a resolution or solutions to these issues, all they do is file lawsuits and antagonize the president. And whereas we could be actually working on a bipartisan way to try to alleviate some of these issues. But look, we're all complicit. We are all complicit because we love the cheap labor. There's not a restaurant in this country where immigrants haven't cooked that meal. There's not a fruit or vegetable in this country where an immigrant hasn't picked that fruit. There's not a construction site in this country without an immigrant working that backhoe or that. And so for us, I'm a proud American. I'm a proud Texan. I'm a proud Houstonian. I'm born and raised here in the United States. But what I don't want to do is for my community, for the hardworking people that call America home, to be profiled in a way that would harm them in any way. And so that was my sentiment. I stand by what I said on the House floor. My abuelitas, my late abuelos, probably, Alicia, probably wouldn't like the language. They're God-fearing people, and they don't like that kind of language. But I think they both would be very upset if I didn't stand up and say anything. After my 16 years in the legislature, we would never think that in Texas, we share a common bond with Mexico. It's our largest trading partner. We share a language together. We share cultural ties together. We share economic ties together. And so for us to demonize a certain segment of the population by empowering local law enforcement, we're going to suffer from unintended consequences where U.S. citizens could be
Stay on that point, Representative, because I've got about 30 seconds left, but I want to make sure that I get you in on this specific point, which is from here. I'm not in Texas. It has shades of Arizona's SB 1070. Show me your papers, right? And we know what happened in Arizona. There is a decade of political organizing that happened that delivered that state for Democrats and for Joe Biden, in part because there were young people who felt that they were being targeted by that legislation. I wonder if you see something similar happening in Texas.
Well, there are certainly some parallels because what they're encroaching on, the state of Texas, is on federal law, on federal statute and policies. So when you empower a local law enforcement to without any training, now the bill doesn't specify any training in the language. When you empower those folks, and I love law enforcement, but when you empower those folks to then act as immigration or ICE agents without any training, that is a big slippery slope for us to be on. And I'm not going to, my community has sent me to Austin to fight for them. I'm not going to sit back and allow anyone to attack our community in this way, because it's been 16 years I've been in the legislature. I've worked on a bipartisan way because I'm a Democrat in the Republican-controlled legislature. Every seat of power in this state is controlled by Republicans. I've been able to be successful in working in bipartisan way, but in this case, there are similarities and parallels with Arizona SB 1070, and I think the state of Texas wants to actually their goal. My sense is they want to challenge. They want this to go up to the Supreme Court because obviously we will, in essence, file a lawsuit should this bill pass.